everybody, welcome. I'm Kayla here with Pet MD, and today we're going to be talking about one of our products, our StoolFix. First and foremost, before you start anything new with your pet, check in with your veterinarian. Especially with a product like StoolFix, there might be an underlying issue that your veterinarian should see your pet about. So before you start anything new from any of our products, from any product really with your pet, just check in with your veterinarian, make sure that it is the right product for your pet. Which brings me into my second point, that every pet is unique. So what works for some pets might not work for others. And finally, if you have any questions about StoolFix, about any of the products in our line, feel free to reach out. We're here to help. We want to help your pet live a happy and healthy life. So that all being said, let's talk about StoolFix. So what is StoolFix and why might you need it? So StoolFix is to help with diarrhea, gas, and bloating in your pet. And so this is good for both dogs and cats. So if your pet has loose watery stools or diarrhea or gas or anything along those lines, then StoolFix might be a great option for you. So the way that this works is that the clay, so it's essentially a clay, and I will show you what it looks like. It's a single ingredient, and so this is what the clay looks like, if you can kind of see it there. It is hypoallergenic, it is vegan, it's literally one ingredient, and that is hydrated calcium aluminosilicate clay. So it's a big fancy word, it's also known as CAS. It is essentially a clay from the earth that when ingested, it helps to soak up extra moisture in the GI tract. It also helps to remove bacterial toxins from the GI tract. So it can help with minor inflammation and vomiting. And like I said, it helps to clear up loose watery stools, diarrhea, and the like. So it helps to, the clay essentially goes into the GI tract and it absorbs up any of that water, and it helps to remove any toxins that might be in the GI tract that is causing the the diarrhea. So that's essentially what it is. So if your pet has diarrhea and for whatever reason, StoolFix might be a great option for you. And so it's great for both acute and chronic diarrhea. And so when I say acute and chronic diarrhea, so acute diarrhea could be that your pet ate something that they weren't supposed to. They ate something that just caused a tummy upset for whatever reason, and it's not something that is a prolonged going on issue. So this is a great thing to just have on hand if your pet has like a sensitive stomach, or that they get into things, and this is just something great to give them in acute situations, the occasional watery diarrhea. And it's also great for chronic diarrhea. So, for instance, if your pet, like I said, has chronic diarrhea from chemotherapy, from IBS, from colitis, from leaky gut syndrome, anything that your pet has a chronic diarrhea from, this can help to harden up that stool. And so, like I said, acute, there can be an infection from, they could be sick from something else which is causing the watery diarrhea. They could be on an antibiotic that can cause diarrhea, or other medications. There are a lot of medications that can cause diarrhea. So if they're on something and it's not, that would be an acute episode, and therefore StoolFix is a great option for that. And like I said, it's also great for chronic diarrhea from long-term medications, from different types of diseases that your pet might have, and so on and so forth. The only real side effect of StoolFix, of the hydrated calcium aluminosilicate, could be constipation. So essentially the opposite of what your pet is suffering from if they have loose, watery stools. Giving too much could potentially turn into constipation on the other end. So, but that's the potential side effect. But other than that, it's safe to give to dogs and cats 12 weeks and older. So, puppies and kittens can have loose, watery stools for what seems like no reason. As they're puppies and kittens, as they're growing, they're eating new things, or they're transitioning from nursing to wet food or dry food, and that can cause stomach upset. Traveling, new home, all sorts of different stressors can cause diarrhea as well. So having something like StoolFix is a good something to have on hand to help with those situations where their stools are not as formed as they should be. It contains nothing besides the clay. It is sterilized at a small particle size for easier absorption. It's super easy to give to your pet as well. So there's a little scoop in here, as you saw, and you'll give one even scoop, so that much, per 10 pounds of body weight. So most cats and really small dogs would just have one scoop like this sprinkled over their food. It has no flavor or scent, so even picky eaters will be able to eat it. So if you just mix it in, I know firsthand, I have a really picky cat who won't eat anything, and I've had to give him this and he ate it. So you just kind of mix it in with their food, and they're really none the wiser. So like I said, there's no scent, there's no flavor to it, so you can mix it into their food and they'll eat it, and it'll help make them feel a lot better. So like I said, one level scoop per 10 pounds of body weight, and you'll give that twice a day until the symptoms disappear. So until you get those firmer stools. There have been studies done on dogs who are on chemotherapy, who are going under cancer treatment, who have diarrhea from the chemotherapy and did not respond well to other treatments to help the diarrhea. So there are antibiotics, and there are different types of other prescription methods to help with diarrhea. And in the study with chemotherapy dogs, or dogs on chemotherapy, when those other methods did not work, the clay did help. So that's our StoolFix. Again, there's only one ingredient, the hydrated calcium aluminum silicate. It's hypoallergenic, it's vegetarian, it's easy to administer. You just sprinkle on the powder, one level scoop per 10 pounds, and feed that to them twice a day, and you should see results in a couple of days. So it's super easy, great for even picky eaters. A great option to just have in your medicine cabinet, because you never know when your pet is going to have diarrhea, because it's something that's just part of a lot of different aspects of life. So that's it for today. If you have any questions about this product or any of the products in our line, like I said, feel free to reach out. And I hope that the StoolFix is a product that can help your pet live a happy and healthy life.